So hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I remain your legal attorney. Please kindly share, like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can always give me your opinions in the comment section. So today I'll be talking about the acquisition of property or lands in Nigeria. Before a buyer decides to buy a land or a property in Nigeria, it is always advisable that the buyer carries out inquiries or make proper research on the property to ensure that they are actually getting a good title or they are acquiring a good title to that land. Because whereby a buyer acquires a bad title to that land, they may end up losing their property, losing their money as well. So I'll be referring you to the Land Use Act 1978. Let's not forget that in Nigeria, the government is the custodian of all lands, irrespective of whether it is sold to a buyer or to anybody. Government has a reserved right under the Land Use Act. Now, the procedure a buyer will always take to make their inquiries, their research on a particular land to know whether the land has a good title or has a bad title as follows. One, you can always request for the land receipts where a seller or a vendor decides to sell a land or a property to you in Nigeria. It is always advisable to request for the land receipts or the property receipts to ensure that the property tallies with what is stated or described in that receipt. Secondly, you can make your inquiries and research at the land registry. Every state has a land registry. You can always go there, make inquiries, make your research to ensure that such land is not encumbered and that the seller actually has the right to make sales of that property. Where maybe it involves a family land, you can always seek for traditional evidence, history evidence, how the family acquired or got that property, whether it was through their ancestors, maybe they fought and defeated another tribe or another clan. You have to make researches on this to ensure that you are getting a good title to the property. Another place you can actually make your researches as well, you can, if it involves a company, you can always check the Corporate Affairs Commission. You can always check the courts as well to see whether that land is subject to any form of litigation or if there are court cases on such lands. Because when you make these researches and these inquiries, it will help you, it will protect you as a person from one, wasting your time, two, spending your money unnecessarily buying a bad property that tomorrow you might still have to chase such property again in court, which might not be favorable to you if the property has a bad title or the seller then does not have that right of sale. So after this, the next thing to do is, as a buyer, you can always draft a contract of sale. You can actually engage a lawyer or a solicitor that will draft a contract of sale between you and the seller. Although there are fees required to be paid, but your lawyer will actually do the due diligence in making research on the land to ensure that there is a good title to that land. After drafting that contract of sale, you make your payments. After making payments, you can always draft a deed of assignment. The lawyer will draft a deed of assignment because it requires a legal seal or a lawyer seal. So when the lawyer prepares the documents, you sign, you have your witnesses to sign as well. The seller as well has their witnesses to sign, and then they give you the original document. You ensure to keep the original copy as well with you, because the receipts, the contract of sale, or the deed of assignment, the deed of assignment is more important than the contract of sale after finalizing the whole agreement. So your land receipts and or property receipts, the land's deed of assignment, are the most essential documents that you require as a buyer to be in possession of. Now, after all the